Hello viewers, today I have come up with another application of determinants. So what is that application? That is the solution of the simultaneous equation of 2 or 3 unknowns using Cramer's rule. Topics for today are homogeneous equation, non-homogeneous equation, introduction to Cramer's rule, conditions for consistency of equation, solution of non-homogeneous equations using Cramer's rule, solution of homogeneous equations using Cramer's rule. This application of determinants is solving the system of linear equations. Okay, so let us consider the system of linear equations. See, I have taken 3 equations, here 3 variables. If 3 variables are there, 3 equations should be there to solve it. Okay, so a1x plus b1y plus c1z is equal to d1, a2x b2y plus c2z is equal to d2, a3x b3y plus c3z is equal to d3. Now the system of equation may have a solution or may not have a solution. Okay, so if it has a solution, it is consistent system of equation. If it doesn't have a solution, it means it is a inconsistent system of equation. So if it is consistent, it may have unique solution or it may have infinitely many solutions. Okay, so now how to find out? So there are 2 types of equation. One is homogeneous equation, other is non-homogeneous equation. So first of all, I will explain you homogeneous equation. So what is homogeneous equation? If d1 equals to d2 equals to d3 equals to 0, then it is homogeneous equation. It means our constant terms are 0. Non-homogeneous means not all of them will be 0. Okay, so now first we will learn how to solve a non-homogeneous equation, and afterwards we will learn how to solve the homogeneous equation. So now solution of non-homogeneous equation. So we will learn a method known as Cramer's rule to find out the solution of a non-homogeneous equation. Cramer's rule. Okay, let us consider 2 equations, equation of 2 variables. Now using Cramer's rule, we have to find the solution of these equations. So what is the method? X is equal to d1 upon d. Y is equal to d2 upon d. Now basically what is the value of d1, d2 and d? Okay, so first of all we will calculate the value of d. D is nothing but the determinant of the matrix. Which matrix? A1, B1, A2, B2. So what we are doing? We are writing the coefficients of x and y. So A1, A2, B1, B2. Okay, this is the value of d. Now what is my d1? Means the coefficient of x I leave and it will be replaced by the constant. Okay, what will be my d2? So again I will leave the coefficients of y and I will write the coefficients of x, and in place of y I will write the constant terms. So I will replace the coefficients of x with c1, c2 and b1, b2 will be written as it is. Now for t2 what we are going to do? We will write x as it is and y will be replaced by the constant terms. Just now we have considered the non-homogeneous equation of 2 variables. Now we'll check the system of solution of equations of 3 variables. Okay, so now again what will be x? X will be d1 by d. What will be y? d2 by d. What will be my z? d3 by d. Okay, so now what is d? D will be the determinant made by the coefficients of x, y and z. Okay, so a1, a2, a3, b1, b2, b3, c1, c2, c3. Okay, now if I am talking about d1, so what I will do? In that the coefficient of x will be replaced by the constant terms and rest of the coefficients will be written as it is. It means from this row this will be replaced by the constant d1, d2, d3 and b1, c1 will be written as it is. Okay, so d1, d2, d3, b1, b2, b3, c1, c2, c3. Okay, So now for D2, this B1, B2, B3 will be replaced by D1, D2, D3, and rest both the columns will write as it is. C1, C2, C3. Fine. Now when we are talking about D3, what will replace? We'll replace C1, C2, C3 with D1, D2, D3, and both the rest of the columns will be written as it is. D3, D1, D2, D3. Okay. And now using these value of the determinants, I can find out my x, y and z. This is my Cramer's rule for solving the system of linear equation which has 3 variables. Now I will tell you the conditions for consistency. Okay. So what is the meaning of consistency? That when the solution exists and when is the case where the solution doesn't exist. So case 1, for a system of 2 simultaneous linear equations with 2 unknowns. First, if D is not equal to 0, then the given system of equations is consistent, has a unique solution given by x is equal to d1 by d, comma y is equal to d2 by d. Second, if D is equal to 0 and d1 and d2 are also equal to 0, then the system of equation is consistent and has infinitely many solutions. Third is, if D is equal to 0 and one of d1 and d2 is non-zero, then the system is inconsistent, means no solution for that system. Case 2, for a system of 3 simultaneous linear equations and 3 unknowns. If D is not equal to 0, then the given system of equation is consistent and has a unique solution given by x is equal to d1 by d, y is equal to d2 by d, and z is equal to d3 by d. Second, if D is equal to 0 and d1, d2 and d3 are also equal to 0, then the given system of equations may and may not be consistent. However, it is consistent, then it has infinitely many solutions. Third, if D is equal to 0 and at least one of the determinants d1, d2, d3 is non-zero, then the given system of equation is inconsistent. Now, in order to solve the non-homogeneous simultaneous equations by Cramer's rule, we may use the following algorithm. So, what you have to do? First, we have to obtain D, D1, D2, D3. Find the value of D. If D is not equal to 0, then the system of equation is consistent and has unique solution. To find the solution, obtain the values of D1, D2, D3. The solution is given by x is equal to d1 by d, comma y is equal to d2 by d, and z is equal to d3 by d. If D is equal to 0, go to step 3. Find the values of D1, D2, D3. If at least one of these determinant is non-zero, then the system is inconsistent. If D1 equals to D2 is equal to D3 is equal to 0, then go to step 4. Take any two equations out of the 3 given equations and shift one of the variables, say z, on the right hand side to obtain the equation in x and y. Solve these two equations by Cramer's rule to obtain x and y in terms of z. If these values of x and y satisfy the third equation, then the system is consistent and the values of x and y and z constitute a solution. If the values of x and y do not satisfy the third equation, then the system is inconsistent. So now let us solve some examples. Now we will solve this equation by Cramer's rule. Okay, so first of all, what we are going to do, we know x is equal to d1 by d and y is equal to d2 by d. Okay, so first of all, we will find the value of d. Okay, what is d? We will take the coefficients of x and y. So 2, 3, minus 1, 5. Right? Solve this determinant. What you are getting? 10 multiplication of the diagonal elements minus multiplication of the off diagonal elements. So what you are getting? 10 plus 3 is equal to 30. Right? Now I will find d1. So in d1, what I am going to do? This coefficient of x will be replaced by the constant terms. 17, 6 minus 1, 5, which is equal to multiplication of the diagonal elements minus multiplication of the off diagonal elements. Okay, so we are getting 91. Now we'll find d2. So what we are going to do? From d, this coefficient of y will be replaced by the constant terms. So basically what you are getting? Minus 39. Now we'll find, now see, our system has a unique solution because d, d1 and d2, none of them are equal to 0, right? So I have a consistent system of equation. So what is my solution? X is equal to d1 by d. What is my D1? D1 is 91 by 13. So what I am getting? 7. What is my Y? D2 by D. So what is D2? Minus 39 by 13, right? Which is equal to minus 3. Clear? So this is the way we have to solve the equation using Cramer's rule. So now I have the system of linear equations in which I have three unknowns x, y and z. And now same thing we are going to do using Cramer's to solve this equation. So first of all, I will calculate D. D means coefficients of x, y and z. I will frame the determinant and solve the value of it. So what I am getting? 5, 6, 3, minus 7, minus 8, 2, 1, minus 1, minus 6. Solving the determinant, what I am getting? 5, 48, minus of minus 2 plus 2, minus of minus 7. So minus 36 plus 3. And then I have, leave this. And now for this element I am finding to leave the corresponding row and column, plus 1. So 12 plus 24. Okay. So basically after solving, what I am getting? So after overall solve 55, I am getting 55, right? So now I will solve my D1. What is D1? So x value will be replaced by the constants 11, 15, 7, minus 7, minus 8, 2, 1, minus 1, minus 6. Okay. So what will be the equation? 11, 48 plus 2, minus of minus 7. Leave the corresponding row and column. So minus 90 plus 7 and plus 1. When you solve, what you are getting? 30 plus 56, right? So after solving, we will get D1 as 55. For D2, again we will replace y coefficients with the constant. So what we are getting? 5, 6, 3, 11, 15, 7, and I will get 1, minus 1, minus 6. So now 5 minus 90 plus 7, okay, minus 11. So basically what I am getting here? Minus 55. Now D3. So what are my values? D is 55. D1 is 55. D2 is minus 55. And now we'll find D3. Okay. So in D3 we will replace the coefficients of z by constant. So again 5. We are finding this. Leave the corresponding row and column. Minus of minus 7. Leave the corresponding row and column. So now 11 into 12 plus 8 3s are 24. Because minus of minus will come. So again, if we solve, we are getting minus 55. Okay. Now what is my x? X is equal to D1 by D. So what is D1 by D? 55. It means it is coming 1. Y is equal to D2 by D. What is D2? Minus 55 by 55. Cancel. Minus 1. What is Z? D3 by D, which is again minus 55 by 55, which is equal to minus 1. Okay. If you want to check, what you can do, you can substitute these values in one of the equation and check whether you are getting the same left hand side and right hand side. So we can check also. So 5 into 1 plus 7 minus 1 is equal to 11. So 12 minus 1, 11 is equal to 11. So it means our answer is correct. Okay. So this is the way we use the Cramer's rule. Now we'll solve one more question and check. Now we'll solve this system of equation. Okay. So D 1 1 1 1, 2, 3, 1, 3, 5. Solving. So now 1, 3 minus 2. So after solving we are getting 0. Okay. Now we have to check the values of d1, d2, d3. If they are also 0, it means it may be consistent or may not be consistent, right? Or if one of the value of d1, d2 or d3 comes not equal to 0, so it will become inconsistent. Okay. So now I'll check for d1. Means x values will be replaced by the constant. Find the value. Again I am getting 0. Okay. Now check for d2. Now the coefficient of y will be replaced by the constants. Again I am getting 0. Now we'll check for d3. So d3 z will be replaced by the constants. Solve this. So now after solving this, again I am getting 0. So it means my d is 0, d1 equals to d2 equals to d3 are also 0. Now the system of equation may be consistent, may not be consistent. Now how to proceed for that? So I will replace z to the other side and I will consider z as something k. And I will solve the next two equations using Cramer's rule. And once I get the value of x and y, I will substitute in the third. If the third equation is satisfied, then it will be consistent. If not, then inconsistent. So now further what we are going to do, we will take z is equal to k and we will solve first two equations. Okay, so what I am getting, x plus y is equal to 1 minus k. Okay, and second equation is x plus 2y is equal to 4 minus 3k. Fine. So using this equations, I will find the value of x and y using Cramer's rule. Okay. So first I will find d, 1, 1, 1, 2. So what is the value of d? 2 minus 1 is equal to 1. I will find my d1. d1 I will replace x coefficient with 1 minus k, 4 minus 3k, 1, 2. Okay. So what I am getting? 2 minus 2k minus 4 plus 3k. So basically what I am getting here? Minus 2 plus k. Okay. Now I will find out the value of d2. What is d2? 1, 1. Y coefficient will be replaced by 1 minus k, 4 minus 3k. Solve this. 4 minus 3k minus 1 plus k. So what I am getting? I am getting 3 minus 2k. Okay. So now what is my value of x? X is equal to d1 by d. That is nothing but k minus 2 upon 1, which is k minus 2. Y is d2 by d. So I am getting 3 minus 2k upon 1, which is 3 minus 2k. Now to check whether the system is consistent or not, I will substitute my values of x, y, z in the third equation. Okay, so what is my third equation? It has been reduced to x plus 3y is equal to 7 minus 5z, which is equal to 7 minus 5k. So I have to check this equation. Okay, substitute 3y is equal to 7 minus 5k. Substitute the values of x and y. So x is k minus 2 plus 3 minus 2k equals to 7 minus 5k. Solve it. So I am getting k minus 2 plus 9 minus 6k equals to 7 minus 5k. Correct? So 9 minus 2 is 7 minus 5k equals to 7 minus 5k. So it means my system of equation is consistent. It has infinitely many solutions and you can give any value to k and you will get the values of x and y. Now we'll solve homogeneous system of equations. So now I earlier explained you that what are homogeneous equation when your constants are 0, right? Now how to solve homogeneous system of linear equation? There is certain algorithm. So first of all what we do, we find out D, determinant of the coefficient matrix, means if D is not equal to 0, then we will get a trivial solution. What do you mean by trivial solution? That x is equal to 0, y is equal to 0 and z is equal to 0. But in case if D is equal to 0 and your D1, D2, D3 are also 0, Then the same way we will do previous question I have done. So what we will do, we'll take z is equal to k. We will solve any two of the equations, find the solution, check for the third one, and then move further. So now we'll find the value of d. What is d? 3, 1, 2, minus 4, 1, 3, 5, minus 2, 1. Okay. So what will be the value of d? So we are getting 46, which is not equal to 0. Constant terms are 0. The value of d1 equals to d2 equals to d3 are 0. Hence, x will be equal to d1 by d, means 0 upon 46, which is equal to 0. So it means we are getting a trivial solution for x, y, z. So y will also be 0 and z will be also equal to 0. Is that clear? So if in the homogeneous system of equation, if your d is not equal to 0, you will always get a trivial solution. What do you mean by trivial solution? That x comma y comma z is equal to 0. All the values will be equal to 0. Now let us consider one more example. Okay, so now again in this we'll find the value of d. 1, 1, 3, 1 minus 2, 6, minus 1, 1, minus 5. Okay, so what is the value of d? Now we are talking about this. So basically I am getting 0. So in this case my d is 0, and anyways d1 equals to d2 equals to d3 will be 0. So now in this case, now it becomes like a same case. We used to find two equations and send the z to the other side. So now I will replace the equation like this and let z is equal to k. Okay. So basically my equation will become x plus y equals to k, x minus 2y equals to minus k. I'll find the value of d, d1 and d2. Okay. So what will be the value of d for these two equations? It will be 1, 1, 1, minus 2. So I'm getting minus 2, minus 1 means minus 3. Okay. Calculate d1. What is d1? K minus k, 1 minus 2. So multiply these two. So minus 2k plus k, which is equal to minus k. Right? Now I'll calculate my d2. d2 will be equal to 1, 1 k minus k, which is equal to minus k equal to minus 2k. Right? Now I have to find the value of x and y. So what is my x? It is d1 by d. What is my d1? Minus k upon minus 3. So it is k by 3. What is my y? d2 by d. What is the value of d2? Minus 2k by minus 3. Right? Now what I am going to do, I will check whether these two values are satisfying my third equation. This is my third equation. I'll substitute the values. So what is that? 3k by 3 plus 6 2k by 3, okay, minus 5k should be equal to 0. So k plus 4k minus 5k equal to 0, 5k minus 5k equal to 0. So satisfied. So hence I have infinitely many solutions for this homogeneous equation. Okay, we can substitute any value of k for z and we'll get different values of x and y. Okay, so this is the method to solve the system of non-homogeneous equation and homogeneous equation by using Cramer's rule. Today we learned homogeneous equation, non-homogeneous equation, introduction to Cramer's rule, conditions for consistency of equation, solution of non-homogeneous equations using Cramer's rule, solution of homogeneous equations using Cramer's rule. That's all for the topic today.